finally. You are watching Ultimate MMA Brief. Now I'm going to make this video really quick because I'm making 2 picks in this video. That's right, 2 picks. Alright, for the first bout that I'm going to be talking about in UFC 126, Anderson Silva versus Vitor Belfort. Now, let's take a look at this. Anderson Silva, the greatest pound-for-pound fighter in the UFC, possibly in MMA history. Now, it may seem a little mainstream for me to say that, but I truly believe it. I mean, he's just crazy. If you see him in his old fights, remember that little fact for later. You see him in his old fights, he's just crazy. He attacks people. He's a monster. He knocks people out. It's crazy. He's crazy. So, and also he's one of our most dominant champions in the history of the UFC. That said, he has great BJJ, great striking, and not really any wrestling to be accounted for, but not important for now. Alright, Vitor Belfort. Pretty much same deal. I mean, also Vitor Belfort has wrestling. I think Vitor Belfort's a boxer as opposed to Muay Thai, but still, pretty much extremely well-rounded, except Vitor Belfort has never had the problem of not being aggressive. Anderson Silva in his last couple bouts, what happened to him? He hasn't been doing anything. It was like he was just so passive. It was, I mean, in the Shell Sonnen fight he was a little more aggressive, but in bouts before that he started dancing. It was just ridiculous. So, pick for this bout. If Anderson Silva lets his guard down for even a second, Vitor Belfort will jump on him. So, if we see the Anderson Silva of old, the aggressive, pound-for-pound best fighter in the UFC, Anderson Silva, I definitely think that Anderson Silva will definitely get a full decision victory, if not a knockout TKO victory within the first couple rounds. That's first bout. Second bout, Forrest Griffin versus Rich Franklin. Now, I looked into this, and here's what I came out with. Forrest Griffin and Rich Franklin could pretty much be the same fighter. They're both well-rounded. They're both incredibly just gifted fighters. There's really nothing I can say any differently. I mean, I think they're pretty much around the same age. I think that Forrest Griffin might be a little older. Maybe. I don't even know. I think there's really no difference. Except one thing. Forrest Griffin hasn't fought in about a year and a half. Rich Franklin's been on and off fighting, I think, for about 6 months. So Rich Franklin's really been on a regular schedule as opposed to Forrest Griffin, which is just, he hasn't fought in a year and a half. Rich Franklin also might be a little quicker than him. As I've seen, he pounces on his opponents much quicker, and he's much more decisive about what moves he's going to make. He will pick apart his opponents as opposed to just charging at them more, which is more what Forrest Griffin does, just sort of charges them blindly, does whatever they're doing, tries to just work with whatever they're doing, overpower them. So, if I had to give my pick for that fight, I want to say Forrest Griffin, but I'm not going to. I think that Rich Franklin actually might take the win here, which will be extremely upsetting for me because I like Forrest Griffin. I think he's hysterical. I think he's a great fighter. I don't want to say it, but I think he will because I think that just a year and a half is just too much to bounce back from, especially against a world-class fighter like Rich Franklin, the former middleweight champion. So, pick for that fight. I think that Rich Franklin will probably either submit or knock out Forrest Griffin, which will be sad, but I think it's going to happen. And I hope I'm eating my own words, but I think it's what's going to happen. I just don't think that Forrest Griffin's going to be able to keep up with the pace. And so I'm predicting a knockout or submission within the first or second round. Either late in the first round or early in the second round. That's what I'm predicting. That's pretty much it for now. I finally got my pick out. It's good. I hope the video was not too long. I can't really see using a flip. It's good. But see the new perspective. It's awesome. Please rate, comment, and then subscribe. Tell your friends about me. If you have a channel where you talk on it, if you could maybe talk about me. I mean, I think I do pretty good picks. One of my videos gets 60 views. That's pretty good. Especially for an MMA guy, I mean, that's pretty good. But you guys are great. Thanks for watching me. You've been watching Ultimate MMA Brief. My name is Hassidboy. I need to think of something clever for me to say right here, but I am signing off. Signing off. Enjoy.